Hello, everybody! Welcome to the Saturday morning show. I am Jason Inman.
I'm Ashley Victoria Robinson.
She knows how to do that. I know you know how to do this every single week.
That's okay.
I don't know why I jumped on you. I apologize.
That was sweet of you. I appreciate it.
Everyone out there, please let us know if we sound great. You can hear us just great, everything like that. Thank you for joining us on a Saturday morning because it is time to talk about a lot of crazy stuff that happened this week. Some pictures on Instagram, some pictures on Twitter, and some pictures on some sites we shouldn't talk about. We're not going to talk about those, actually.
Okay.
So don't forget, at the end of this show, once we cancel this show, canceling it just for today, we're going to go over to our Patreon. You can find that over at patreon.com/Jawiin, and we will be doing a live after show that is exclusive only to our patrons. Any level at Patreon can get that. $1, $2, $75. They can all get in on that show. And we will answer their questions live.
Woo!
So that'll be happening right after the show, however long this show goes. Because there are so many topics, and at first we are going to start off with the Elseworlds. We have to talk about Elseworlds. There's a lot of Elseworlds stuff going on out there. We're going to talk about that stuff first. We generally aren't going to take a lot of questions unless they're super chats, just because there's so much to talk about this week.
Yeah.
So please, we might take a random comment here and there, but if you really want to be heard, it's going to be super chat today because I'm looking at our list of topics today, guys, and there's 7 things to talk about. So
there's a lot happening.
And we only got a half an hour, so let's get going here. First off, let's talk about Elseworlds. The Elseworlds poster was released. There was this poster out there with Stephen Amell as the Flash. It is Grant Gustin as the Green Arrow. Boss Logic, this really cool dude on Instagram, kind of like did some flip-flops where Stephen Amell is Supergirl.
He looks so good with Melissa Benoist's hair. I thought it was very funny.
All right, so let's reveal a little bit of secret here for everybody out there. We've known for quite a while, due to friends of ours, that the crossover was going to be a Freaky Friday.
Yeah.
We were actually told that around Comic-Con by some friends of ours who work at CW and stuff like that. I did not know they were going to take this Elseworlds. They're going to take the exact Elseworlds logo, which if you don't know what Elseworlds is this DC Comics past alternate world thing where they like alternate timeline story. That's the right way to describe it. Kingdom Come,
alternate universe.
Dark Knight Returns.
Gotham by Gaslight is often what's credited with kicking it off. Red Sun.
So it's one of those. So it's interesting that they're taking that onto this. But they've already revealed that Batwoman's in this crossover, Superman's in this crossover, Lois Lane is in this crossover, the Monitor is in this crossover.
The Smallville farm is in this crossover.
They filmed at the Smallville farm, the farm they actually used in Smallville. So Ashley, I want to talk about your thoughts on this poster.
I have a theory.
And a theory. I have a theory.
Yeah.
And then also, like, what the F is going on in this crossover? Go ahead.
I love it, first of all. I thought the poster was so... Even though we knew about it, I thought it was really, really exciting. I think giving it to Stephen Amell to reveal on social media was really, really clever.
Smart.
Grant Gustin has truly never looked better.
Did you say Granted Gustin?
I don't know, maybe. Mr. Granted, he's a knight now.
He's Granted Gustin.
Has never looked better.
Granted Gustin.
The shadow on his jawline looks like he looks so good as Green Arrow. I have a theory because the day before this was released was when
Buffy reference.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've seen like 5 episodes of Buffy.
Anthony Head Giles in the musical episode.
What a goddamn gift he is.
He's great, and he has the 2 best songs in the musical episode.
Oh, that doesn't surprise
besides James Marster. James Marster has the tie.
Maybe we should watch that. Maybe we'll stream that on Patreon if you want that requested.
That's my favorite episode of Buffy.
Okay.
So I will happily watch that episode because the songs are so good. So the reason why I do that is because when they're trying to figure out the demon, the song is called "I've Got a Theory," and it starts off with Anthony Head going, "I've got a theory."
I only know it from Cabin Pressure. So anyway, the day before the Elseworlds poster was released, the Black Suit Superman picture was released, which you were very excited about.
No mullet though. He doesn't have a mullet.
As far as we know, he might have one at the beginning and it gets cut.
Actually,
that's what I would do.
A lot of people online made the joke to me that they said that they were going to add it in post.
That's very funny. So we have Black Suit Superman, Batwoman, and Freaky Friday, Flash and Arrow, right?
And a Monitor.
But those are our like lead characters,
sorry, yes,
right?
Yes.
We have 3 crossover episodes this season. So in my opinion, I think we're going to see 3 different Elseworld stories. I think we're going to 3 different worlds. I think one of them is Black Suit Superman, one of them is Batwoman, one of them is Freaky Friday, and I think we're going to see our Earth Prime or Earth 1 characters visiting all the different Earths. I don't think they're going to be interacting with each other.
Which is a theory that I we had talked about earlier in the week,
yeah.
where possibly is the crossover this year. An anthology. Like
I would love it so
each
much.
of these episodes are Elseworld stories, which, to be honest with you, I would be just fine with, and also would harken back to the very first crossover they ever did, where they were sort of 2 standalone episodes, where Barry just went to Oliver's town, and then Oliver just went to Barry's town, and they didn't really connect.
I would love to see more one-off little crossovers like that, and then save the big budget crossovers for like maybe every 2 years.
Yeah.
Every 5 years.
Well,
I don't know.
And as our friends within the CW have told us, the whole reason the crossover has changed this year is because last year's crossover killed them.
Yeah.
Apparently, like just
financially,
work standpoint, everything like that. We do have a super chat here. Raymond Verata
Hello, Raymond, long time.
Thank you.
Friend.
Has a super chat here. It says, "What if the new Green Arrow is Grant Ustin?" And he says that. He says that because apparently Steven's recent tweet is that he's keeping the Flash suit. Now, I have not seen these tweets. I'm going to make a prediction that I think that Steven's tweets are more about that he's just going to take it home.
I'm going to say this. If they swap shows for the rest of the season, I'm 1,000% in on that.
What a weird season of Flash that would be, right?
It would be so awesome. I really think the new Green Arrow is going to be Colton Haynes, Roy Harper.
Yeah.
We do know, and there's been rumors swirling for about a year that this is Stephen Amell's last season. Unconfirmed officially, just like Henry Cavill leaving is unconfirmed. I don't think they're going to replace him with Grant Gustin, I'm sorry to say, but I think it's a fun idea.
Oh, interesting. So we're going to stay on the Arrowverse here. Adam Grunther said, has a super chat here, would you like to see a spinoff featuring the Legion of Doom from Legends? If so, what Arrowverse villains would you like to add to the roster? Okay, let's talk about this first. That is Adam, that's a great question. One, I gotta say, I'm slightly excited by if there was DC's Legion of Doom. That's a great title for a television show.
Yeah, it is.
But I think you would have to add some characters that aren't a part of it.
You would,
because I don't think the current Legion of Doom could hold the show.
It's currently John Barrowman's Malcolm Merlyn, who we know I hate.
Who is also dead.
Who's also, well, that's never stopped us before. Neil McDonough.
Damien Dark.
He could lead the show as far as I'm concerned. And let's just say Matt Lesher, Reverse Flash.
Yeah, Eobard Thawne, Reverse Flash. And then there's one other person. Who am I? Captain Cold.
Oh, and Captain Cold?
Yeah. And Captain Cold.
Captain Cold.
Who has officially retired for like the 3rd or 4th time from these shows now?
Do any of us believe that? I hope not. I think he's great. I would be fine with that. I would want to add literally anyone more diverse than 4 white guys. Now, we do have a couple queer white guys, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Who's a good evil lady?
Black Siren.
No, not Black Siren.
No, she's
false.
She's good when she's evil Black Siren.
She's palatable. No, Talia.
Oh yes, that'd be good. I see here. Okay, can I give you a
Black Siren?
Can I give you a pitch for this?
Absolutely.
Okay, this current season of Legends sets up this show because there is some point during the show that a time traveling Snart, just like before, comes to Evil Snart comes to Heatwave, and Heatwave leaves the Legends to join the show, and so it becomes Heatwave, Damien Dark, Malcolm Merlyn with Lexa Doig as Talia, and then I would try to add a Supergirlish villain in there. Now, who that might be, I don't know, but it should be another woman, and it should be like a Parasite type. I'm not saying that Parasite, because I know Parasite's a man.
Just Bizarro Girl.
Bizarro Girl, sure. But it should be that, and it should be they have a specific mission.
I was gonna say maybe Bronze Tiger, because I think he's actually good, and it was fun to see him come back.
A perfect way. Actually, a great thing about this would be, a perfect person you bring back for this, Deadshot. Even though he's dead in that universe, that actor is great.
Who cares?
Well, another thing you would want to do, I think, is, and they kind of solved this already, is the perfect show for the Legion, the perfect storyline for the Legion of Doom. Because I don't think you can make a Legion of Doom show. I don't think you can make 15 episodes, which is what Legends is, 15 episodes.
Do 10. Who cares? Do 5.
Well, they've never gone less than 13 for Black Lightning. So, like, let's say the smallest the season can be is 13.
Sure.
Because it's CW and it's a network, okay? they kind of gave away the perfect storyline for this, is that go to Earth X. Like, if this was the team...
They could still go to Earth X.
Well, we killed the Nazis. We solved the Nazi problem.
No, but so you have them go to Earth X because there's a power
And they're the
void.
heroes. They're the heroes.
Oh.
They're the heroes of Earth X because they're the nitty-gritty, dark, deep team.
I would also say I would truly just love an Earth X show.
Yeah.
I think that would be awesome.
So you get it's Citizen Cold, not Captain Cold.
What if they went to Earth 3, which is like classically the supervillain Earth?
It's the Crime Syndicate Earth.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's...
And then they became the good guy team there because they have more morals than the Crime Syndicate?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if we've seen Earth 3 in the Arrowverse.
I think we have seen it.
Oh, no,
I think
Earth 3.
That's where Jay Garrick is from.
It's the Jay Garrick Earth.
I don't know. Maybe we call it Earth anything else, but we go to the Crime Syndicate Earth.
Bob Mathis here, Friedman, said China White, who is somebody we haven't seen in a long time.
Kelly Who?
Yeah, China White would be great for this too.
Sure. Chen Now Wei.
King Shark would make the show way too expensive.
Yeah, which is why we don't see.
All right, so let's go into some of this other news we have here. Speaking of Flash stuff, we have some Flash movie news.
What?
Yeah, this movie's not happening. The Flash standalone movie, according to Variety, has been pushed back to 2021.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
They're stating it's because Ezra Miller, who is their version of Barry Allen, is also, I guess, one of the leads of Fantastic Beasts. I haven't seen it. And he's starting to shoot the third installment next July, which I guess was when Flash was eyeing to shoot, even though they have no cast, no director, and no script.
No, they do.
Are the writers of Spidey still
Yes,
tapped to direct?
John Francis Daly and Jonathan Goldstein are writing and directing Flash.
I don't know, because everyone just quotes them.
And according to various people that we know, they are actually writing it right now. They're actually in the process of writing it.
Okay.
Whether that script goes anywhere, I don't know.
Who knows?
But
There's already been, I think, a couple scripts for Flash.
there has, because there was a Lord and Miller script.
Oh, that's right. They were the other ones.
Because they were the original ones that were going to direct it before they went to Solo. I believe.
And then got fired off that.
Oh, and we have Brago the cat just made
Brago
a
the
kid.
Super Cat.
Brago the Super Cat
currently sitting on me, so maybe you guys will see him.
Yeah, we'll see. He's right. He's right here. Yeah, I don't know, Ashley. I don't. Let's just be honest here. Is this movie? There's Brago the Super Cat. Oh.
He's not happy to make a cameo. I'm sorry.
Is this movie going to happen?
Absolutely not.
No.
A lot of so remember when we were ramping up to Justice League and Jeff Johns and all the WB people came out and they were like, we're doing Green Lantern and we're doing Flash.
Well, they did.
And they had
did that giant thing
presentation,
which none of those movies have happened.
None of those movies are happening anymore. But suddenly, Suicide Squad 2 is.
By the way,
being rushed into production. Birds of Prey suddenly has a cast.
By the way, I'm gonna let you know this. This was really cool. Because I don't work for the show anymore. So there was one time where I got to see like this advanced artwork before Justice League came out.
Yes.
And it was the Justice League logo, and it said "Gods Amongst Us,"
I remember that.
which is the subtitle to Injustice. And I remember seeing that before Justice League. And I remember coming home and telling you and being like, "I think they're adapting Injustice. That's genius!"
Yeah.
And then they didn't do it.
I would still love them to do that, even in an animated version, because I'm reading this.
By the way, fun fact: Ashley just started reading Justice, and I'm so happy now because I'm finally like, "See, it's so good. It's so good."
I have to say, if I could have any of those original Slate movies actually happen, I wish it would be Cyborg instead of Flash. We have so much Flash. We are inundated with Flash, and I don't like Barry Allen.
Flash.
I think
Savior of the universe.
I love Cyborg now. I'm a huge Teen Titans fan. I love Ray Fisher. I think is great in that part.
And he's also a lovely person in real life.
Yes. I don't know why this announcement's happening, but I don't believe it.
This to me,
sorry guys.
This to me screams of Warner Brothers just trying to keep the buzz or the movie alive. Here's the fact of the matter. I actually liked Ezra Miller as Barry Allen
So did I.
in Justice League.
Yeah.
Yes, he's more Wally West than Barry Allen, but I like the suit. I liked his character. When I walked away from Justice League, my two thoughts from Justice League were these. I was like, one, I need a Superman movie ASAP. And I want a Flash movie ASAP. Those are my two thoughts. And the fact that, are we 2 years from Justice League or are we 1 year from Justice League? Justice League was last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're 1 year from
2
Justice
years from Wonder Woman.
We're 1 year from Justice League, and neither one of these movies seem anywhere on the horizon. And I, you know, to be honest with you, I would love to see a Flash movie with Ezra Miller in this universe. And I even love what's his name who played Henry Allen in that movie. God, he was Dr. Manhattan.
Oh, Billy Crudup.
Billy Crudup. He's a great Henry Allen. Yeah.
Jeremy Skinner says, I'd rather have an Impulse movie. Me too, Jeremy.
You know, to be honest with you, if they had gone a different route with the Flash TV show, Impulse would have made a great spinoff show for CW.
I'm just saying, I'm real mad we're doing Nora instead of Bart.
Do you think they're going to try to spin Nora off on her own?
No.
You don't think so? You think she's a one season done in one?
I do. I'm actually, if you guys read DCComics.com, I'm going to have a piece coming out next week called Who is Excess?
Plug!
And I read a lot about the Excess Legion character.
Yeah.
So I don't think she's sticking around.
Have you?
Very
Okay,
long.
Because you're not a big Legion person.
I have
like
read
I am.
one Legion story.
You read the one with Excess?
I read Legion Lost.
Oh yeah, that's right. I gave
Because
it
you gave it to me.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right.
No,
She's not in that.
I've done a lot of research, so I've read a lot about her stories.
Oh, okay, cool.
It is cool though that Nora's costume actually looks a lot like Excess's costume, which I didn't realize before.
I do. Yeah, I love that they gave her the Excess symbol.
Yeah.
Although I'm gonna say it right now, Excess is a stupid name.
Yes, she's also Bart Allen's cousin. Just do Bart Allen.
Yeah.
And Ray Spendham. I don't care. Anyway,
Yeah.
I don't think she's sticking
I'm actually
around.
surprised.
I don't believe in the Flash movie.
I'm surprised
just-
that they haven't done Impulse yet. I actually really am surprised.
They just brought him back in Flash War. I wonder if there's like a weird embargo on him or something.
There might have been. They might have.
Who created him?
Mark Waid.
That's why.
And Humberto Ramos.
Oh yeah, because he's got in the early artwork he's got the big feet coming towards the camera.
Sad fact, by the way, they were going to release a giant omnibus of the entire run of Impulse, all like 50 issues, and then DC delayed it, which makes me be like, no, because that's probably the only way those issues will ever be collected. I was gonna buy it.
I don't think they've ever been collected.
I was gonna buy it. They've collected a couple trades of like the first 10
here and there,
but they've never collected the whole series.
And if that's something that you guys are excited about, like we are, you should tweet at DC Comics and let them know because your voice matters there.
I don't think it's coming. It's kind of like Kyle Rayner. Like all of Kyle Rayner's Green Lantern run has never been collected. That's why
Tim Drake was the same thing for a long time.
And now I don't think we're gonna get those collected at all.
No,
they're gonna stop. Yeah, okay. Let's. So yeah, I don't think this movie's gonna happen at all.
We don't believe in the Flash movie.
Yeah. So there you go.
What's our next story?
I don't know. What should we talk about here? Ashley, pick the next topic. We have a whole bunch of topics here.
I get to pick the next topic.
Yeah, you pick the next one.
Let's talk about the new Ironheart series. So,
sure.
Marvel announced this new Ironheart series. We had release dates for issues 1 and 2, and they pushed them back. They pushed them back by 2 weeks. There's a lot of articles that are coming out about this, and I've seen actually a lot of criticism of Marvel for doing this because people think this is just heralding the cancellation of this series, kind of like what was happening with Chelsea Cain's work on the Viv book. Viv is the daughter of Vision.
I'm trying to figure out who writes it.
If you look up the solicit, I think you can find it.
Okay.
Hey, Newsarama, you need to put in the
Yeah, I'm looking at a Newsarama article, and they don't tell you who the writer of the series is. This is ridiculous.
It's interesting because they gave her a completely new suit. She's got this. I actually think the design of it is very cool. It's like pink and yellow. I like the color scheme. I like that she's not just an Iron Man copy. It looks like they're trying to give her her own identity.
They should have kept her in the Iron Man suit that she had, and then gave it this color scheme. But because this new costume looks like low rent Iron Man to me.
It does.
And it looks like kidsy Iron Man.
Yeah. Do you think it's going to be canceled, or do you think it's just been pushed back for publication reasons?
I mean, I honestly think it's. I still can't find out who the hell's writing this.
Why don't you look up Ironheart #1? Like, look for the solicitation.
That's what I'm googling right now. I'm trying to figure it out. Art. It just keeps talking about art by Luciano Vecchi.
Well, maybe they're the writer as well.
Oh.
Writer Kevin.
Eve Ewing.
Eve Ewing.
Oh, she is the lady who a certain group on the internet went nuts about because she's a young adult author, and they were like, "You don't have any comics experience," and then she got the job. They went crazy about her. That's who this is.
Oh, is she the person who tweeted and said, "I would love to write Ironheart"?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good for you, Eve Ewing. Good for you.
Yeah, she's an author. She's a published author. So like, get over it. She's a writer.
Yeah.
She's actually a pretty successous writer. So get over it.
Oh, she's got a cute headshot. Good for her.
Yeah.
Enjoy us Googling.
Look, I'm gonna say this right out the gate. I don't like Ironheart.
That's fine.
I just don't.
You can not like a character and still be fine with the fact that they exist, by the way.
No, and to be honest with you, having her in Champions and having her and stuff like that, I just don't like the character because when she was introduced, she just served no purpose. Like, she just kind of came out of nowhere. Unlike other great characters like Miles Morales, who had an amazing introduction, or Kamala Khan,
has a
who
really
had a great introduction. Riri, I just think, was never fully developed as a character. Now, maybe this series will do that.
I feel the same way about Nadia, who is the new Wasp.
Yes.
While I enjoyed that series, there's no impetus for that character to really exist.
To be honest with you, I'll be also blankly honest, if Ironheart is canceled, it wouldn't bother me one bit.
Yeah.
Do I think it's gonna be canceled? Probably, just because everything at Marvel's being canceled.
Do you think it's a bad look for Marvel to be walking back these particular titles by these particular creators who are criticized by that particular group?
No. I mean, honestly, I think what this is that I think this is honestly a production. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is just a production thing. I mean, Mr. Miracle was pushed back 2 months. The finale of Mr. Miracle was pushed back 2 months.
Not the launch.
And nobody is having a cow about that.
Yeah.
Heroes in Crisis was pushed back.
But also, Devil's Advocate.
Sure.
Those are two books that are not receiving criticism from that unnamed group on the internet.
Sure.
Whereas like Ironheart and Chelsea Kane in general are. So I don't know. I just think...
Do you?
I do.
Okay. Do you think this is Marvel overreacting?
I do. I think it's sad. I also think it's weird. And I think on Marvel, particularly, again, they've only had this new person in leadership for a little while. Mm-hmm. I don't think it looks good. If you have a book solicited,
I agree,
and people have pre-ordered it, put the book
out. Yeah.
Also, if you guys don't know, and you might not, comics take months and months and months to produce. At least that first issue is done. And probably the third and fourth are well into production. So to me, it's a waste and makes Marvel look indecisive. And maybe they are. And maybe Marvel's having struggles. They haven't been doing awesome for a little while now. But for them to be doing it piecemeal like this instead of making a line-wide sweeping change, I think this looks messy. It doesn't look like it's under control, personally.
Theodorus, I don't know how you pronounce your last name, good sir, said you should make a Discord server. We don't have a Discord because I just don't have the time to learn Discord, but we do have a private Facebook group. If you go over to patreon.com/Jawiin, and
we're in there every day. We comment on almost every post.
Yeah, we comment every day on Facebook in this Facebook private group that you can go and if you join on the Facebook or the Patreon. There you go. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about is Pennyworth.
Yeah, another origin story.
So Pennyworth is this new DC show from Epix, and Pennyworth follows Bruce Wayne's legendary butler, Alfred Pennyworth, played by Jack Bannon, who is a former British SAS soldier in his 20s who forms a security company and goes to work for a young billionaire, Thomas Wayne, Ben Aldridge, who's not yet Bruce's father, in 1960s London.
It's the Gotham of Alfred.
It's going to begin production on Monday, and it's going to debut on 2019. Okay, Ashley.
Yes.
My God, we are in the timeline of we're gonna make every prequel to Batman we can make.
Can we just stop with the effing prequels already? Star Trek, DC, Marvel, just stop it. Stop it. Star Wars, stop it.
Even Star Wars.
Stop it.
Yeah. Star Wars started the whole thing.
Actually, Star Wars is doing a really great job on TV with their prequels.
Sure. Here's the thing. I'm not opposed to an Alfred series. I actually think an Alfred series could really work. I actually am more intrigued about this Alfred series than I ever was about Gotham. Simply for the fact that this Alfred series is more removed. But the problem with this is that I know that they're going to do with this that every company does with their stupid prequels, and it's why it gets annoying. It's what The Hobbit did wrong. It's what Star Trek Discovery did wrong. It's what every prequel does wrong, is that they bring in everything from the thing that we actually care about, except the real thing. So we're going to see a 1960s version of the Joker on the show. We're going to see a 1960s version of Penguin on the show. We're going to see Ra's al Ghul on the show. We're going to see all of Batman's villains on this show.
Except they won't fight Batman.
They're going to fight Alfred, and we're going to have to explain, like, well, wait a minute, how were they around for 20 years, or do we care, and da-da-da-da-da. Like,
Can I tell you how I would like to actually see a Pennyworth prequel done? I would love to see a Pennyworth prequel there are several continuities where Alfred was a spy, or he was a soldier, or he was an actor. Sometimes all of those. I would love to see Alfred in England being Alfred and seeing all the skills that he learned that led him to become the best father and mentor to Bruce Wayne. I don't need to see Thomas Wayne.
Yeah.
I don't need to see Gotham. That's the reason why those stories were interesting and dynamic, and why in the Earth 1 story it was interesting to see him doing that.
Let's go this route. I completely forgot. I was going to say, like...
also, I think it was Jeremy Skinner, but somebody
Jeremy
pointed
Skinner.
out that Krypton is the best DC prequel we've had.
It is
Krypton's
the best DC
a
prequel.
good
Yep.
show. Watch Krypton.
Okay, here's what I'm going to say. You know how you can make Pennyworth work? You do it like Better Call Saul. I'm going to put it right now. I'm going to put this out right now. Better Call Saul is the best prequel of all time. And the reason why is because it earns the moments that it connects to Breaking Bad.
It earns the fan service.
And here's the other reason why Better Call Saul really works. Ashley had never seen a single episode of Breaking Bad before Better Call Saul.
It's true.
And she loves Better Call Saul.
It's so good.
Now, I've seen both. And so every time, like, there's every once in a while, I'm just like, oh man, there's that guy. And Ashley's like, who is that? Is that a Breaking Bad guy? And I'm like, yes, it is.
But they work even if I don't know who Nacho was supposed to be.
And that's how a Pennyworth series could work. Mm-hmm. But as we know with the track record, they're not going to do that. And yeah, Krypton is the best DC. We have a couple super chats here.
Let's do it.
History Soup said, shouldn't Superman be taller than Amell and Gustin? I mean, it's just the actors.
Tyler Hoechlin's not a tall man.
Yep.
But yes.
Yeah. Adam Grunther said, even though the chances are low, if a Green Lantern show were to debut, which Green Lantern would you want it to be?
Kyle.
And who would you like to see cast? I mean, casting, I'm not a casting agent. I'm sorry.
We said Richard Madden for a long time would be a good Kyle Rayner.
Sure.
I'd say Kyle Rayner.
If you're going on a TV show, it's got to be an unknown, though.
Not always. Depends on the network. It depends on what they're willing to pay. I think Kyle Rayner, because I think there's slim to no chance of him showing up in the movies. And because he's an artist, I think that's a really interesting way that you could play him. I
mean, I'm also going to get you on production as well. Green Lantern would be an impossibly expensive show.
You'd be better off hoping for more Green Lantern the animated series, which I hope for.
Yeah. DC Universe should pick that up.
Mm-hmm.
And
give me the Adventures of Ion Razor, please.
Yeah. But it's just... It's Green Lantern just because every time he activates his ring, it's a special effect.
And it's a different special effect compared to there are people out there who are probably like Flash is a special effect, but it's one dummy of the Flash is going like this, and it's building one model, which is probably pretty expensive, of a guy or a girl going like this.
Sure.
So they can reuse the same effects, the same thing with Supergirl.
Yeah.
Compared to Green Lantern. That's all.
Yeah. Is any other? I don't care to talk about Nebula and
Do you want to talk really quick about the death of Iron Fist and Luke Cage?
Oh, yeah, we could talk about that. Sure.
I compiled show notes and those weren't out yet, so sorry. But if you are a fan of the Marvel Netflix television universe, Iron Fist got the axe, I think, of no surprise to anyone. And then yesterday it was followed up by the news that Luke Cage also got the axe. Bets on whether Jessica or Punisher goes next.
Punisher will go next.
Is where we're...
Punisher will go next.
Do you think Punisher is perfect as a single season, then?
Yes!
I know you're a huge advocate
Yes,
for that
it is! There should not be a second season of Punisher. It's so good. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. It has a perfect ending to it. Like, stop it. I don't know what they're going to do for the second season because the only thing you could do with the second season is basically ruin the ending of season 1.
Yeah.
This to me all screams Luke Cage canceled and Iron Fist canceled. To me, screams of the thing that we all knew was going to happen, that all these shows were going to be canceled because either Disney on their streaming service is going to make their own, or they are going to take these shows and put them over there.
Mm-hmm.
More than likely because of rights, I would say that they probably cannot take these shows. If they're going to do anything with these characters, it probably has to be brand new.
Yeah. I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay if we got a Heroes for Hire show on a different platform and we didn't bring Finn Jones back. I'd be fine.
I mean, it'll be interesting. At this point, like, we haven't watched one single minute of Daredevil because we're trying to get through Titans.
Life.
So we haven't watched Daredevil, but all the reviews are very positive.
Yeah.
And I'll be very interested to see how they end it. Like, I'm be very interested to see, like, what's their final scene. Because do they conclude it like, this is the last season of Daredevil? Or do they conclude it like Iron Fist did? Iron Fist, like, you could tell they were like, oh, we're getting to season 3. We're getting to season 3.
But Daredevil usually wraps things up with a pretty good bow.
Yes, with the exception of Defenders.
I don't call Daredevil a defender. Defenders to me
Charlie
is not...
Cox actually was saying, Charlie Cox was actually saying in an interview this week that he really wants to do a Defender season 2.
I bet he likes not having to be in the costume.
Show. And I was like, dude, you're the only one that wants that season 2.
He wants a paycheck. That's very sweet of him to say.
Yeah.
He's a very nice man. I met him once.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, is there any? It's obvious, right? This is production company.
This is the move over to the Disney streaming service. At least they had the good sense to start with Iron Fist, to cancel Iron Fist first.
Yeah.
And give the people what they want. It'll be interesting to see. I know Jessica Jones was renewed for a 3rd season in April. It'll be interesting to see if that happens.
If they actually shoot it.
Interesting to see if Punisher happens.
Supposedly Defenders was renewed for 2nd season 2 as well.
I don't believe that for a goddamn second.
No, I've actually read it. I've read it.
No, I know, but I don't know if I believe that show will happen.
I don't know. My prediction is Punisher's the last one.
Yeah.
Because they already shot Punisher. They have not shot Jessica Jones season 3 yet. My prediction is...
You don't think they'll just move that over to Disney Play?
I don't know if there's rights or... I don't know.
I think it depends on how much... Disney would have to buy Netflix out of that contract.
Well, again, there might be a thing of... Yeah, it might be a thing of Netflix might own a piece of this, and so that way Disney can't show it, or they have to pay out the nose to get it. I don't know. My prediction is Punisher season 2 in February or March, whenever it comes out, is the last one. It's the last of this universe.
Could be.
And to end with the best 2?
There you go.
Find out. Yeah, I mean, Bartholomew just brought up in the chat. It's a great point. Netflix has Millerworld now. They have their own. They own a comic book universe now. They do not need Marvel, and it's also their original content now.
Yeah, that's true.
Which they love.
I'll say this: Millerworld stories are great. They still don't have the brand power of Marvel.
Sure.
We'll see if they get there.
They might get there.
But even with the movies, it's not the same as Marvel presents XXX.
Sure.
Not XXX. I'm sorry. I've ruined everything.
No, Marvel XXX.
Marvel Max.
Welcome. Hello, I'm the Punisher. That's Marvel XXX.
No, they just all start with mutation.
Mutation is the key to the illusion. By the way, go see Bad Times at the El Royale. It is one of the best movies I've seen this year. And speaking of that, this is it for the live stream. Thank you so much. You can always support us over at Patreon at patreon.com/Jawiin. As soon as we close down this stream, we're going to be jumping on over there and doing a Patreon-only live stream. So hop on over there, make that happen, and help support us and keep this channel going and stuff like that. Bobbity, 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 blah. I've seen a lot of people ask this in the comments of many other videos, so I'm going to answer it here. I think we've answered it in a couple other places, but this will be the last time I answer it. We are not reviewing Titans because we don't want to.
There you go. Sometimes we just want to watch a show and enjoy it.
Sometimes we want to watch a show and enjoy it. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you for hanging out on a Saturday morning. We hope you have a lovely day and a lovely Saturday and all that good stuff. And goodbye.